Story number 11, The Price of Arrogance. Once upon a time, a scholar and a woodcutter found themselves sharing a small boat, crossing a tranquil river. The scholar, known for his self-proclaimed vast knowledge, saw the journey as an opportunity to assert his intellectual superiority. "Why don't we make this trip more interesting?" he suggested, his tone dripping with condescension. "We'll play a riddle game. If I can't answer your riddle, I'll give you 10 coins. But if you can't answer mine, you only have to pay me 5. The woodcutter, a simple man with calloused hands and a warm smile, agreed. He had no illusions about his own intellect but saw no harm in the game, especially with such favorable odds. "All right then," he said. "Here's my riddle: what weighs 1,000 pounds underwater but only 10 pounds on land?" The scholar leaned back confidently, his mind racing through a catalogue of scientific theories, physics principles, and every obscure piece of knowledge he could summon. But the answer eluded him. Minutes turned into what felt like hours as the scholar grew increasingly frustrated. Finally, with a resigned sigh, he reached into his pocket, pulled out 10 coins, and handed them to the woodcutter. "Fine," he said, his voice tinged with irritation. "You win. Now tell me, what's the answer?" The woodcutter chuckled, his laughter soft but brimming with humility. "I don't know either," he admitted, handing the scholar 5 coins from his winnings. "But I just earned 5 coins, didn't I?" For a moment, the scholar was speechless, his pride bruised by the woodcutter's simple yet brilliant twist. The realization hit him like a wave: his arrogance had blinded him to the woodcutter's cleverness. What he had dismissed as ignorance was, in fact, a different kind of wisdom, the ability to turn the situation to one's advantage, without pretension or ego. The scholar laughed at himself, though it was a bitter laugh. The woodcutter, on the other hand, smiled contentedly, satisfied not just with his small profit but with the quiet lesson he had imparted. From that day on, the scholar often thought back to the encounter. It reminded him that intelligence isn't measured solely by the accumulation of knowledge or the ability to solve riddles, it's also about humility, resourcefulness, and knowing when to let go of pride. And as the boat glided across the river that day, it wasn't just the current that carried them forward, it was a deeper understanding of what truly matters in life. The Price of Arrogance, 5 life lessons worth remembering. The tale of the scholar and the woodcutter is far more than a clever, humorous anecdote. Beneath its simplicity lies a profound exploration of human nature, pride, and wisdom. It offers timeless lessons that resonate with the intricacies of everyday life, challenging us to rethink our values and approach to learning. Each moment in this story reveals a deeper truth about the way we perceive ourselves and the world around us. Here are 5 transformative insights we can draw from this deceptively simple narrative. 1. Let go of arrogance, the key to true wisdom. The scholar entered the boat with a sense of superiority, convinced his knowledge set him apart. But his arrogance, rather than showcasing his intellect, became the very obstacle that exposed his limitations. Pride not only blinds us to the value others bring, it suffocates our capacity to learn and grow. As Marcus Aurelius wisely observed, the impediment to action advances action. What stands in the way becomes the way. Arrogance, like the scholars, prevents us from seeing challenges as opportunities and others as equals. This lesson transcends the act of losing or winning, it is about humility, the willingness to acknowledge our own limits and find wisdom in simplicity. When we let go of the need to prove ourselves, we unlock the space for genuine growth, learning, and connection. 2. Embrace your limits. True strength is born from humility. When the scholar failed to solve the riddle, he was forced to face an uncomfortable truth: his knowledge had boundaries. This moment of reckoning is more than a lesson in humility, it is a reminder of the profound power that comes from accepting our imperfections. As Epictetus wisely said, it is impossible for a man to learn what he thinks he already knows. Acknowledging our limits isn't a weakness, it's the foundation of true wisdom. Humility invites growth, allowing us to approach the world with curiosity rather than complacency. By admitting what we don't know, we clear the path for deeper understanding and richer experiences. In that boat, the scholar's failure wasn't a defeat, it was an opportunity to release the illusion of omniscience and embrace the vastness of what remains to be learned. Humility doesn't shrink us, it expands our horizons, enabling us to evolve into something greater than we imagined possible. True strength lies not in pretending to know everything but in having the courage to say, "Teach me." 3. True wisdom lies in simplicity, the power of clarity. The woodcutter, despite lacking formal education, embodied a profound truth: wisdom is not measured by intellectual complexity but by the ability to see life with clarity and practicality. His grounded approach revealed that knowledge without insight often falls short. As Seneca wisely said, "What's simple is often the most profound." While the scholar tangled himself in overthinking, seeking intricate explanations, the woodcutter leaned on the elegance of simplicity. His clever response wasn't rooted in complicated reasoning but in a deep understanding of human nature and the situation at hand. This contrast highlights a vital lesson: brilliance isn't always found in complexity, it often shines brightest in the simplest truths. True wisdom emerges when we strip away the unnecessary and focus on what matters. It teaches us to discern the essence of things without the distractions of ego or overanalysis. In a world that often equates complexity with intelligence, the woodcutter reminds us that sometimes, the clearest and most grounded perspective holds the deepest insight. 4. Failure is an opportunity to grow, the price of pride is worth the lesson. The scholar may have forfeited 10 coins, but his real loss was his pride, and that was a necessary sacrifice. Sometimes, it is through losing what we cling to most, like our ego, that we gain what truly matters. Stoic philosophy reminds us that failure itself isn't harmful, it's our response that defines its impact. As Epictetus profoundly stated, "You can't control what happens, but you can control how you react." Failure is not the end, it is the beginning of growth. The scholar's stumble provided him with a rare opportunity to confront his ego and reconsider his approach to life. Rather than viewing failure as a source of shame, we should see it as a chance to re-examine our assumptions, question our methods, and open ourselves to growth. Every failure carries within it a lesson, but only if we are willing to listen. It humbles us, refines us, and ultimately strengthens us. The scholar's defeat wasn't about losing 10 coins, it was about gaining the humility to evolve. As we navigate life, let's remember that every stumble is a step forward when we choose to learn from it, making failure not an adversary, but a teacher. 5. Life is a journey to understand, not to compete, seek connection over conquest. The encounter between the scholar and the woodcutter serves as a poignant reminder: life isn't about outshining others, it's about growing through connection and understanding. In the words of Marcus Aurelius, life isn't about competing, it's about harmony. The scholar boarded the boat intent on proving his superiority, but he departed with a more valuable insight, humility, and an appreciation for the wisdom found in simplicity. This shift underscores a deeper truth: the real victories in life aren't about dominating others but about expanding our understanding of the world and our place in it. When we focus on competing, we isolate ourselves in a cycle of comparison. But when we approach life with a willingness to learn from anyone, no matter their status or background, we create opportunities for meaningful growth. The woodcutter, though seemingly less accomplished, became the scholar's unintentional teacher, a testament to the idea that everyone we meet has something to offer if we're open to receiving it. Life's greatest lessons are found not in triumph but in the journey itself. It's not about proving worth but embracing the shared humanity that binds us all. To truly live is to listen, to learn, and to let go of the need to compete. Only then can we move toward harmony, within ourselves and with the world around us. The story of the scholar and the woodcutter leaves us with a powerful reminder: life's most valuable lessons often come from unexpected places and people. It challenges us to look beyond appearances and titles, to open our minds to wisdom wherever it may be found. Life isn't about proving who's right or superior, it's about embracing the journey, learning from every interaction, and growing through every experience. True growth starts when we acknowledge our limitations and remain humble enough to learn. The scholar's failure wasn't just about a riddle, it was a moment of reflection, a humbling reminder of the value of simplicity and the cost of arrogance. In many ways, we are all the scholar at times, believing we know more than we do, closing ourselves off to the insights of others. But the key to a meaningful life lies in shifting that perspective, seeing every person in every moment as an opportunity to expand our understanding. As you navigate your own journey, remember that failure is not the end but the beginning of growth. Each challenge, each misstep, carries within it a lesson waiting to be discovered. And in those moments when you feel lost or uncertain, pause to reflect, not on what you think you know, but on what you can learn. At its core, life is about connection. It's about understanding yourself, appreciating the wisdom in others, and using what you learn to create a better, more harmonious existence. As Marcus Aurelius once wrote, accept whatever comes to you woven in the pattern of your destiny, for what could more aptly fit your needs? If this story resonated with you, or if you've ever felt the humbling yet uplifting power of life's lessons, we'd love to hear your thoughts. Leave a comment below and share how you've experienced moments of unexpected wisdom in your own life. And don't stop here, life's journey is about ongoing growth and exploration. If you found value in this video, be sure to like, share it with friends who might need a gentle reminder to embrace humility and growth, and subscribe to our channel for more stories and insights that inspire reflection and transformation. Thank you for spending your time with us today. Let's continue to walk this path together, learning and growing one step at a time. Until next time, take care, stay curious, and never stop seeking the wisdom that life has to offer.